Hey y'all. So I'm just checking in. It's been a long time since I have done a live video, done any video at all. So how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. I don't know why I'm sitting here waving, like y'all can see me. Um, I get hangry, so I just had to stop and get food. And before I could even do this, can I turn this around? I'm actually outside my building right now, about to head in, and I'm just sitting here. I'm learning to slow down. With all this COVID stuff, people are learning to slow down and, really take stock of life. So I'm taking a minute. I'm actually going to go in, and I normally listen to my Elevation Church Pastor Furtick while I'm doing my work. But I am just coming in, and I'm seeing, how things have changed for me. One of my memories came up about like this time last year, and just I'm taking stock of where my life is at today versus last year, years before. And I'm just so thankful for having awareness to focus on my tribe and eliminating some of the people having access to me in my personal life. So like as I come in, I see my lender here. She's been here, she works like 5 a.m. They work weekends. All these people in this parking lot, they are top producers, leaders, and they showcase it every day. Doesn't matter if their business is up or down, they're here. And it's just so amazing to surround yourself with positivity and hard workers and people who are appreciative. And that's just, I wish more people had that. So I just been up to a little bit of everything. Like everyone else, I've lost some family, friends during this time, during this pandemic. Not always to COVID, but I'm originally from Jersey, so that's a hot spot. So I keep everyone in my prayers and thoughts. I'm actually going to go away this weekend and the following weekend to go down south. This is the first time I will be leaving Delaware since January. I have not left this state. Well, I live on the borderline of Maryland, so I technically left to get crabs, but I have not actually left. I'm not going on vacation. Before my godchildren get back to school, I'm going to go get some time away to focus on myself and, take care of some personal business. But I'm also on this health kick. So I ordered a bunch of these tumblers because I'm weird. I feel like I need to see my liquid. And I feel like, especially when you have these tumblers, like I don't like when you can't see. Sometimes if you leave liquid and stuff in it, they can sit over there. I don't know. I'm just weird. I don't want stuff growing. I also am addicted to these Chick-fil-A parfaits. I know, I guess Chick-fil-A is canceled, but it's not for me. Honestly, it is what it is. But no, I've been investing in my business. I've been doing a lot of trainings, personal trainings for myself, and just my personal development. So my classes start. I'm in my last semester of my MBA finally. It has taken so long for me to focus, and that was one of the things before my dad passed away that I really wanted to finish for myself, not for anyone else, because in college I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I got my degree and I went straight to working. And then now, after I worked for a while, I realized I wanted to get my MBA in healthcare administration. I'm not even in healthcare anymore, but I actually enjoy the topic and the concepts. I love it. It's more of like business statistics and data. That's the type of stuff that I like. And honestly, I literally am 2 classes away. I literally have my seminar and 1 class, and I'm done. So I'm also launching my personal website. For the 4th quarter. I am getting licensed in New Jersey as well. I applied. I got the educational certification approved, and I just need to buckle down and study for the exam. But everyone says the exam is a little bit easier. So like in Delaware, you have to do 99 hours, in the state and federal. So now I just have to do the state exam, And I don't know, I'm just real anxious, and I don't know why I'm holding it off, but that's my plan for the fourth quarter. But yeah, and so yesterday, the reason I'm live today is yesterday I posted a meme about sometimes I could just be the problem. And, you know, that's what I think this time has allowed people to reflect on, not only the people in their life, but I think it's also important to do your due diligence to see what role you play in how your life has turned out. So I have fully acknowledged that I while I have cut some people off, and I have distanced myself, and I've really limited and created boundaries for people to have access to me, because I only want positivity in my life. I only want people who are going to do things. I don't want negativity around me and in my midst. And at the same time, some people, not only do they bring it out in me, but some people you just need to, they've run their season. Your relationship has run their course. And sometimes it's also because of me that I'm not willing to put the effort in. I'm not willing to forgive. I'm not willing to acknowledge that people grow and people change. I kind of don't really think people change. I think people grow, but I think people are who they are, and that includes me. So I have been toxic to some people. I do not allow them to, get over their wrongs. Or they bring out something in me that I refuse to, work on. So it's best we just cut ties before you hurt one another. So, but at that same time, I'm also growing in my business, and I've hired a transaction coordinator company to take on the under contracts portion of my business. My cell phone is not my personal cell phone number; it's my business only. I have separation between my personal and business. So like this page is a business page. I do not post really about, I don't post my godchildren. I don't post my personal life. I don't even post where I'm at right when I'm there, because it's just about, I just feel, and I guess me being a single woman, most of my adult life, not most of my adult life, but I feel that you have to understand that the internet is not necessarily your diary. It's not meant to be, you having letting people see in at every aspect of your life. I just don't personally believe that. So, I recently started posting some of my closings and some of my clients, but not really getting in detail about their story. Also because, I have to hold their confidentiality at a certain point. But things have been going okay. They've been going well. I had a whole issue with my car, like $4,500 in on this car. And when I tell you this thing was about to not come back, I am so thankful that, I had the means to take care of it. But when I tell you, and it was all my stupidity. I just wasn't getting oil changes because I felt like we were in COVID. So I was like, I'm not really driving, but it let me know otherwise. But I digress. So I was also thinking back. The last time I had done a live, I did a coffee with Keanna where I was meeting with my other coworkers and entrepreneurs talking about, running a business. And since we've come into real estate, that could be in the early stages and less than 5 years in. And I planned to do additional ones, but everything just got so busy. It was very difficult to get a time where we can all sit and talk, to the point where we were supposed to have, and like a couple of times we were supposed to have an internal meeting or like event where we were networking with each other, and we couldn't even do that. So basically, it's interesting how people think real estate is so glamorous and we're just up here showing houses and that's it. And when I tell you, I wish that was it. I literally, like right now, I got this for my client to take. They had an extra space that had they needed a window unit. So I gave them mine, and I'm giving them, I had them installed, I had it installed. I also have to drop off a letter, a notarized letter for my other clients, because they have a legal matter that they're handling. But real estate is not, I wish it was just opening houses. I really, really wish that was it. It's really not. And until you get into it, it's really hard to understand all the facets. So like sometimes we get clients that come to us and say, well, such and such told me this, and this is how it's supposed to be. And understand, this market, we are not in 2008. This is not like, people, I have some people who want to buy foreclosures, and right now there's a moratorium on not necessarily the foreclosure, but they're not evicting people. So part of the foreclosure process is, you not only are you behind, but you also have to go through mediation, and then you have the actual share sale. There's other steps in between it. Like, so I have a lot of people who send me like pre-foreclosures from Zillow. There is no such thing as a pre-foreclosure. Literally, that person's just late on. That's like you trying to buy your neighbor's house, and they still legally own. They have not agreed to sell it. They still own the deed. They have every legal right to that house, and I can't even say if it will be 6 months from now that house will even be available for sale. I've had clients where they went through foreclosures and bankruptcy, and it took about a year for the actual foreclosure process to be done. So whatever you are seeing on the market, make sure you are on these sites. Make sure if you're shopping, go to a realtor, because we can actually see some of the background stuff. We can see, the mortgage trending, like we can see this information. And like, if you're just riding by a house because you see it's dilapidated, or you've got like I said, with Zillow showing pre-foreclosures, and you're like, well, I want to look at this house, like, it doesn't have any representative, it doesn't have a lockbox on it, it doesn't have the legal authorizations. So when you're listing a house, when I'm listing a house, we have to sign a listing agreement, and there are certain dates and things in there, but basically we are representing the owner of record. But until this paperwork is done, and sometimes that paperwork has delayed dates. Sometimes it says that it won't be effective. We might be signing it early, but it's not effective until a certain date. Like, I've had listings where we signed it in April and it wasn't going to be active until June, but they were prepping, and I was able to, start, putting in the paperwork and the processes for my brokerage, because we also get audited. We also have, books and records. Like I said, I have a transaction coordinator. There are certain pieces that have to be taken care of on both sides legally. And so like, it's interesting because on the other end, on being a buyer's agent now, I still have to make sure I'm protecting my clients. So I've noticed this market is so crazy. I've noticed some agents are actually, allowing or advising that these clients submit offers without getting home inspections, even if they're getting financing. And I don't know, my clients, I don't care. Like, so I've actually had some agents come back to me and say, well, we've got backup offers where they're not getting home inspections. And I think everyone has to structure their business where they feel it's best. There are some agents who you're literally just a number to them. There are some agents where you really become like family. There are some agents who really showcase exemplary customer service and professionalism. And you have got to find the one that fits your needs. You've got to interview. You can't put your livelihood in the hands of someone who's just not going to meet you at your level. But you know what? Some people do that, and you do have a successful transaction, but then you don't ever talk to them again, or you don't remember, or you can't really use them in other aspects of your life. So what I really, really love about my circle and my tribe is we really showcase that we are full service. That, like, my legal team, they also do family law, they do business law, they do the real estate transactions. Like, and we also use them in our personal life. So like, I use my same attorney, I will use them to set up my business and to do my estate planning. My lender I have used personally before, many years before I even got into real estate. And this was after going to many, other lenders. This is after my experience working with housing and mortgages. And I just know that when people come to me, I would treat you as if you were my own family or if it were me. And I think what I'm learning is I've surrounded myself with people who also share that mission and that morality, and especially since I've been undergoing these trainings. And I'm really, really thankful. And I know it's nothing but God. I know for sure that I had no idea what I was going to do with my life, how I was going to get here a year ago. And I'm just grateful and thankful that he was looking out for me even when I didn't even know I needed to be looked out at. Like, I can't even begin to describe all of the things that have transpired during this time that I've been protected from, that people have, spoken into me that I didn't know I needed at the time. And then also being able to acknowledge that there are some people who don't always mean me well, and who are negative, and I don't know, and I haven't been affected by it. I don't know if it's because I'm over 30 at this point, but I just have not. I've been very protected during this time, during COVID. I've gotten tested. It was negative. I've limited my business, so I've only seen one client, once a week. Like, I literally, and I did not see my godchildren for most of this pandemic. I'm talking about maybe 3 or 4 months straight. I did not see them. So I'm making sure I'm doing my part, and I'm just saying that even if you don't have a plan and you don't see it and you can't envision it, I know that God has greater things in store. And just know that you just got to make it through. Like a lot of people are suffering with depression right now. A lot of people are really going through it. Their relationships, they're going through it. And when I tell you, I have not experienced those things during COVID. And it's not because I wasn't put in these circumstances to not experience it. It's just because I put my head down, and I really had to leave everything to God. Everything in life, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But you've got to also, take this time to slow down and assess your life, and really just try and shape the mindset that you want to encompass for your life, because it'll work out in the end. It'll work out in your favor, whatever is meant for you. But like right now, I don't know where life will be 3 months from now, but I know right now I'm just really grateful, and I'm just really, really in a good space. And I just want to share that message with everyone. I hope everyone has a great day. Stay positive, be encouraged, stay motivated, and I really, really hope that everyone, just stays safe. Take care. Bye.